In this video, we're going to show you everything you need to know about your pre-scout research on your upcoming opponent. So first, we're going to toggle over to our scouting section, then down to scouting reports. We already have our scout template built out, so now we want to go ahead and build a new scouting report so that we can do our pre-scout research. So I'm going to click the Add New Scouting Reports button in the top right. Here you'll see the option to select what division you want to pick your team from. We'll keep it on Division 1. Then you will have your opponent selector down below where you can just go ahead and type that team in. So let's do a scout on Maryland. Make sure you're actually selecting the team from the dropdown right here. Then you're going to see the game date option down below. That is going to decide what roster comes in on this scouting report. So if you are in season, it's fine to just go ahead and select the actual day that you're playing this game. But since we are in between season, I'm going to go ahead and go back to a game date from last year so that we can see last year's roster. So let's just pick March 1st. And then down below, you always want to make sure you have a scout template selected. So I want to pick default scouting template so that I can make sure that that template comes over for this scout. Then I'm going to click add, and it is going to bring us right into this scout on Maryland and in on the team tab. And this is where we are going to do all of our pre-scout research. So we give you a bunch of different options down below to be able to go ahead and get a nice overview of the team that you are scouting for this game. You're going to be on the team summary tab already. Down below, you're going to see this quick look that has these tiles when it comes to your team stats. If you ever want to change what stats are in these tiles, just click this pencil icon next to quick look, and you can pick and choose what stats you would like to add with those tiles, and make sure you just always click that save button. If you ever want to change the year of stats that you're looking at, just click the green edit view button and make sure you have the correct season that you want selected. This will also determine the roster that you're seeing down below. So if you're ever looking down and looking at the players and you think that you're on a different roster, just make sure that you have the same season selected that you would like. So down below, like I mentioned, you're going to have their entire roster and their stats to go ahead and get a nice overview of their personnel. From here, you can toggle over to Matchup Snapshot, and this is going to give you a comparison between you and the team you are scouting. So this account is set as Northwestern. That's why we're seeing that right here. And so here we're going to be able to see the percentiles in this bar graph comparing Maryland versus Northwestern. On the right, you're going to be able to see the raw stats as well as the rankings and a color code between those two teams. Black means that they are middle third in the country. Green means that they are top third in the country in that stat, and red means they are bottom third in the country, and you will see that gray ranking right next to them as well as their division average. So as long as you're doing two teams in the same division, you will see the average right next to it as well. Once again, if you ever want to change the season, just come up here and select a different one and click update. Down below, you're going to have a comparison between both of those teams as well, but you'll be able to see more of those traditional stats. And then if you ever want to print that out, you can click this print button in the bottom left. Lastly, if I toggle over to Stat Factory, we give you the different options that you have in Stat Factory right inside of this scouting report. So you'll notice if I hover over the scouting section over here on the left, you also see Stat Factory. These two places are the exact same. The only difference is when you click on these reports within this scout, it's just going to take you straight to the team that you're doing that scout on. Whereas over here on the left, you just would select that team. And that is your workflow for completing your pre-scout research within Just Play.